On this episode of the Open in Indiana podcast, we meet someone from the Lafayette Rotary Club who's launched a new fundraiser featuring a locally roasted coffee. Don't miss it. Welcome, everyone, to the Open in Indiana podcast, where we feature the people, places, and events that make Indiana a great place to live, work, and visit. Today, our guest is a co-chair for a brand new fundraiser, Founders 1905 Coffee, Marti Gutwein. Marti, how are you today?
Good, thank you, Ryan.
So, Marti, tell us a little bit about Founders 1905 Coffee and the story behind your new product.
Okay. Well, we're Lafayette Rotary, and this project started about 2 years ago when Carrie Gutwein from Copper Moon here in Lafayette came and visited our club as a speaker. And as he spoke, the idea came to mind. Well, Girl Scouts have cookies and Boy Scouts have popcorn. We thought that Rotary needed a coffee. I had recently been at the International Convention for Rotary in Toronto, and at one of the events there, they served a Rotary beer. So we knew beer wasn't really going to be a good option for us, but we thought possibly coffee could be a good project. So that began a 2-year process, working with Copper Moon. We felt like they were not only do we have a connection to them, but we felt like they were the right size company for this. They weren't just a single mom and pop Main Street roaster, nor were they the Starbucks of the world, but they were just the right size and willing to meet with us and had some experience in this area. And they were really helpful in guiding us through the process. So we started out meeting with them, doing some research. We actually had a group of students from Purdue University in an entrepreneurship class work with us for a short time, doing some market research. We realized we needed some expert help on designing a logo and developing a product name, and contacted a local marketing company. Things got stalled out a little bit with them, and through some personal, remember this is a project and we're all volunteers, and while it feels like a business, it's not. It's everybody's side gig or volunteer gig. So we were moving and building home and things were going on. So it got sidetracked a little bit. We picked it back up, met with another marketing company here locally who specializes in food and beverage products. They were very helpful in getting us focused on our name and logo. And we were all ready to launch and getting excited about the project moving forward when COVID hit. So things shut down for a little bit, but then we realized, actually, this is really a good time to launch this project. With so many of the clubs, Rotary clubs, having their projects canceled, this would actually be a really good time to launch because our project is a no contact. It always was designed to be a no contact fundraiser. So through the summer, we geared up again and we launched on December 1st when our website went live.
And so, Marti, let's talk a little bit about the process of selecting the exact beans that you're using for your coffee. How was that process?
We really relied on the guidance of the folks at Copper Moon with their experience. Due to limited fundraising budget and startup funds, we decided to launch with just a medium roast coffee and just the two products. It's just a ground coffee and then also a K-cup. And that was based on their research and their recommendation.
And so, Marti, what is your guys' plan now that Founders 1905 Coffee has launched and it's available?
So we launched on December 1st, and we had reached out to, I believe, 4 other area Rotary clubs. And so they all went live within those first 2 weeks as partner clubs with us. And we made it through the holiday season. We had a few bugs to work out, naturally, with any startup that happens. We got all the kinks worked out. And now with the first of the year, we're actively looking for other clubs to partner with us and ready to gear up and we would like to expand our product line, but we need to bring in some income first before we can think about that.
And so Marti, in the process of getting everything up and running, what's one thing that you and your fellow Rotarians wish you knew walking into this?
What did we wish we would have known? How difficult it was to work with our parent organization. I hope I can say that. We decided to, rather than call it Rotary Coffee, we chose the name Founders 1905. And that's very deliberate nod to Rotary. The colors, the symbol, everything hints at being part of Rotary, but nothing says Rotary. And that's very deliberate so that we didn't infringe on any copyrights or trademarks.
Awesome. And so Marti, how can our viewers and listeners purchase their own bag to try it for themselves?
So founders1905.com is the website. If you go to that directly, all proceeds go to charity. All the profits go to charity. So if you go to that directly, Lafayette Rotary is the sole club that's behind that. Now, if you're part of a Rotary Club and would like to become a partner club, we will set you up. It's a very simple process. You get a unique URL for your club, and then you can share that link however it works best for you on your website, your newsletters, whatever. And then your contacts, your family, your friends, your business associates can go to your link and order through your link. And then your club actually shares in the proceeds. And then you can use those profits to support whatever projects you have in your community, whether that's scholarships or maybe backpack food programs or literacy programs, or even an international project if that's what your club would choose.
Awesome. Well, Marti, thank you so much for being our guest today. And to everyone watching and listening, thank you for catching this episode of the Open in Indiana podcast. Catch our next episode soon. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Open in Indiana podcast. If you enjoyed listening, subscribe to us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Music, iHeartRadio, or on our website, openindiana.com/OII podcast. Thanks for listening.